I'm Lorraine Hansford. I'm a researcher working on the Destress study within the medical school. This study is looking at how people in low-income communities experience and respond to the stresses they might be living with, things like unemployment or housing problems or social isolation. The aim of our study is to examine why and how people's ability to cope with poverty-related issues has become increasingly medicalised. Most current research looking at mental health is focused within clinical settings, but the aim of our research is to work alongside communities to understand how people's lived experiences and the wider factors around them impact on their health and well-being. For example, what influences people's decisions to either seek or not seek help from a health professional? What are the circumstances that lead them to make that choice? For people who do seek help, how do they feel about the consultation afterwards and the treatment that they were offered, and what happens next? Building on long established relationships with communities that have been developed within the research group, local people have been involved at all stages of the research. For example, commenting on information sheets during the planning stage to make sure that they are accessible. Local residents sit on our advisory board as experts alongside health and voluntary sector professionals, commissioners and academics. The board meets regularly to discuss and advise on how the project is developing. The first stage of the research has been to run focus groups within the community which ask what it is like living in the study site, what issues and pressures people face and how they deal with them. By making links in the community, we've been able to talk with a wide range of people, such as parents within children's centres, older people in community centres and cafes, veterans groups, residents associations and youth groups. Spending time in the community, getting to know people and talking to them about the issues that they're dealing with has already helped to shape the research. For example, one-to-one interviews with people who have sought help from their GP about a low mood or anxiety have now been widened out to include interviews with people who've chosen not to see a GP, maybe because of what they've heard about antidepressants from friends or family, or because of previous experiences, as we've realised how important it is to understand those issues too. As the project develops, local residents are acting as a sounding board to help us better understand the data that we're gathering and the questions that are emerging. Our intention is for our findings to have an impact both within and beyond the medical field, with residents involved in things like shaping good practice guidelines for health professionals and helping us to run a workshop for policymakers.